You are listening to Vitruvian Man with Jesse and Josh.
Welcome back to Vitruvian Man, and as usual, I'm joined by Josh.
What's up, Manila?
My brother, how you doing? You had a good week?
Yeah, nothing special. Nothing special.
No, it was pretty mellow.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could probably do this off the air, but I wanted to tell you we're going to be doing outdoor movie night on Friday.
Oh,
and
what are you going to watch?
We're going to watch the first episode of Twin Peaks.
Oh, fuck. Wait, tomorrow?
Yeah,
I can't be there.
can't do
I
it.
got band practice.
Or is it every Friday?
Friday and Monday.
Okay.
But the next time, well, let's talk about that off the line.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
definitely want to go, and you know I love Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
damn it, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss that.
I think we're going to try and do it all summer. We're just going to try and burn through the whole
amazing.
thing.
That's amazing.
And then, yeah, I'm in talks with the local restaurant to do movie nights too. So,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, it's going to be sick.
it's going to be fucking dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, but yeah, off air. But yeah, I wanted to let you
That's exciting. I got a couple of Onion headlines. I had to read these to you.
know. Oh man,
Onion, America's greatest satirical newspaper.
God, it's a fucking real newspaper at this point.
Katy Perry teases new single "Stop Making Fun of Me." I thought that was pretty good. Katy Perry
Did you?
is an astronaut now.
Oh,
So
fuck, goddamn, that was like the worst take on feminism like ever.
well, you know, because people are like lauding her as like a girl boss and like an achievement for women. And someone pointed out, you know, actual women were astronauts. Actual women studied at NASA and had degrees and were astronauts. Like, why aren't we celebrating them?
Why aren't we talking to the two women that actually went up there to do experiments?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
Rome selected a new person who doesn't know anything more about religion than you and I to be the Pope. And the other Pope, the other Onion headline was Pope Leo says there couldn't be a better time to get the fuck out of America.
Yeah, he's fucking stoked. He's out. He's ensconced in the Vatican.
Yep.
Well, I am happy that they didn't go with the guy from Hungary.
Oh, was he an
could have been a
extremist,
problem.
or
Yeah, it would, like, I think that what's his name, Jorge,
Yeah.
the Pope that just died. I think that he kind of set it up so that they couldn't pre-Vatican to it.
Oh, okay.
Because there's definitely a fucking tug of war going on, but I think that he installed
So
a
he
lot of
tried
people
to
in places
ensure that, you mean they wouldn't go back to more extreme
that
views?
they wouldn't slide back to.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, I think that he like really made an effort to make it so that it would stay, relatively progressive, relatively, for the Catholics.
In other news, we have a fun podcast this week.
Nope, this is documentary. I don't care what you fucking say. This ain't fucking fun.
That was my first multiple choice question. Is Idiocracy A Mike Judge comedy, or B, a frightening dystopian look into modern America?
Yes.
Both those things.
Yes.
Yeah. So this week we're talking about Idiocracy.
This is our palate cleanser from the ass hattery that we've been doing for the past 9 fucking shows.
Yeah, and the first 24 in season 1 weren't great either sometimes.
Although,
there was of course.
There was some stuff interspersed in there,
We
but
did
the
Mahalo.
straight fucking
Yeah.
9 were
But,
just
yeah,
brutality.
this is a grind. Josh is like, I'm kind of running out of assholes to talk about. Like, let's do something fun. Yeah. So we talked about we watched Idiocracy. I haven't seen it probably since it came out originally. I think
Really?
I don't know if it came out in the theater or not, or if I saw it in the theater. But here's a fun fact: most people didn't see it in the theater because they were the distributor was so paranoid about its anti-corporate bent that they released the film into a perfunctory amount of theaters for a very short amount of time and spent no money in the marketing. So they really fucked over Mike Judge for this movie.
The only reason they actually released it at all into theaters was because they signed a contract with Mike Judge. Yeah, they had to. And it wasn't like they were just paranoid, but all these people had paid for the product placement in this movie that just totally fucking eviscerated him.
Yeah.
Like they're Starbucks. They're going to fucking kill us. They're going to come down and fucking actually stab us all in the eye.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking. Selling ads for a Mike Judge movie.
Fucking Mike Judge. Of course he's going to fucking do it. Oh,
he's going to make fun of everybody. It was so good. Actually, I think so this is at least the third time I've seen it, but I think the first time I saw it, I was a big Office Space fan, a big Beavis and Butthead fan. So for some reason back in the day, I was a little disappointed in this movie. Now, having seen a lot of Futuramas, I think Futurama does a lot of these jokes better. But in general, though, I enjoyed this immensely last night. I watched the whole thing start to finish last night, and it was better than I remembered. It was really, really good.
It was funny. I'd watched it not that long ago with my wife, and Mel, do you want to watch it again with me for the show? She's all, no.
It's too much like a documentary, like you said.
It's too much like a documentary, and I'm fucking 12, so it's like she doesn't want to hear
me. Yeah. Maya Rudolph says, "Can I use the restroom?" And the dumb guy's all, you know what I mean? Like everyone is at a 6-year-old grade level, or not grade, but mentality.
But fucking go away, bait! I'm baiting.
I love how the most popular show in America on the Violence Channel is Ow My Balls.
Ow My Balls.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Okay, how do you want to go?
Well, I mean, obviously, the plot is simple.
Straightforward. Yeah.
Wilson gets frozen. Supposed to be for a year. He and Maya Rudolph are supposed to be frozen for a year.
Okay, let's talk about Upgrade with the spelled with double D for the double dose of pimpin'.
Upgrade was great. Yeah. So that one colonel is doing a little report for the generals about Upgrade. He clearly has steeped himself in the pimp world. When
he's sitting there checking out his gold tooth in the mirror, and then they come in and bust him for fucking pimping on the military base.
Yeah, and I wrote some trivia down. Some of it was terrible, so I deleted it. But a couple of good ones. Upgrade is played by a rapper who does a bunch of the music in Office Space. Office Space has a great hip hop soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
hip hop that's on there is really good, and Upgrade is the rapper that appears on the soundtrack of Office Space.
Oh, dope!
Yeah,
dope.
That was pretty cool.
I actually, the music for this was really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I really liked it. It was kind of a time capsule because there was like a lot of Hispanic kind of electronic dance music coming out around the time.
Absolutely,
and it was pretty banging. I like that a lot.
Yeah, Mike Judge has good soundtracks.
Yeah, he's got good taste in music, but he's a musician.
He definitely was in a band. I don't know if he played bass, but
no, he played guitar.
Guitar. Okay.
He played the theme song for Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of bands, you said Maya Rudolph was in a band.
So Maya Rudolph, I can't remember what the name of it. It wasn't the Replacements, but it was like something like that. And but on top of her being in a band and actually playing bass and singing, she played with Weezer, which was that was super so dope to find out. That is so fucking cool.
I like me some Weezer, so
yeah.
That's one I hadn't heard. You told me that a minute ago, and I was surprised to hear that. And of course, her mother was Minnie Riperton.
Yeah,
that of Loving You. The South Park did an episode once where John Stamos' brother is supposed to appear at an event, and that's funny how they say that. They go, John Stamos' brother, but there's a bomb that's going to go off, and the thing that's going to trigger the bomb is John Stamos' brother is going to sing the high note to Loving You, which no human can sing.
And he just never can hit it.
He just can't even, he's like 3 octaves below Minnie Riperton.
Fuck, I forgot that episode. That shit's so funny.
So good.
Man.
Can't wait for the Kendrick Lamar South Park movie.
I'm sorry, what?
The Kendrick Lamar South Park movie. Well, that is to say, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are making a movie with Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I shouldn't have said South Park. Sorry, my bad.
Because I'm thinking, they're going to go bad on K-Dot? That's going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah, but anyway. So this movie is hilarious. So many good bits. I love, there's a hospital called St. God's Hospital.
St. God's.
And not only is it a horrible name, like hospital, it's so poorly planned out that the last 5 letters of hospital go down
the cascade
to the side.
Down because it can't fit in there.
Room.
That was so fucking funny. And I really liked Justin Long as the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was great.
Scrote. Oh my God.
I love how he does nothing and has a huge bill. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't give any advice or anything helpful, and here's a huge bill for your services.
Again, this is where the documentary part comes in, because we're not that far off from that fucking bullshit, man. God damn.
Perfunctory healthcare that's ridiculously expensive that no one can afford.
Playing slots to try and fucking win coverage. I mean, that's where we are.
There was a guy missing an eye playing slots.
Yeah. That's the one, and it was to get like coverage.
Oh man, so good. I was reading. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say Dax Shepard. You know, when he runs into him in the very beginning, it's just him watching "Ow My Balls."
Yeah.
And the TV screen is like there's a little small picture inside of all the advertisements running around
There's
the outside.
16,000 ads.
Like that totally, like that was a premonitory thing of like, I mean, look at getting on the fucking internet. It's
very
all
prescient.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I love it as Dax Shepard is sitting in a lounge chair for a good 5 or 6 minutes. And then when he gets up, he flushes clearly a
that
toilet.
Was so good.
So, yeah. Dax Shepard's funny. Have you heard his podcast?
No.
It's actually pretty good. I like him.
No. I think I like him too.
He's kind of an oddball in a good way.
Well, he's married to Kristen Bell?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But he's a likable podcast personality. He's very affable.
Yeah.
So I recommend it.
Do you remember his name?
Oh, in the show, remind me.
Frito Bendejo.
Bendejo, of course, asshole in Spanish.
Yeah.
So, Frito Bendejo.
All the fucking names are all basically shit food. There was like Velveeta was one of the newscasters on the Violence Network.
There was a guy named Beef Supreme.
Beef Supreme.
So great.
When they had somebody outside the Extreme Court, which fucking just makes me laugh.
The Extreme Court is one of the funniest jokes in the movie.
Yeah, they had the woman reporter out there on the Violence Network, and her name was Formica.
Yeah, we're not that far from that.
No, we're there.
Yeah, names are very made up these days.
No, oh my God.
It's funny because there are made up names that are kind of seamless. Like if you ask about it, you'll have a little story about it. But then there's other ones that are just like, Have you, on Reddit, there's that, the subreddit Trageday. Oh, no, I haven't seen that one.
It's spelled Tragedeigh.
Is it terrible misspellings of names?
It's just all shit names that are going on out there. There's like teachers saying, I can't believe this. I fucking ran into my own tragedy. and so, oh God, some of those names, I just can't. It's just
insane. I work with a couple of people and it's like their names sound traditional and the spelling is just wrong. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, okay, look, you are not a unique snowflake.
No matter what your name says.
And misspelling your name especially does not make you a unique snowflake.
No, not. Oh God, no.
I know it's the parents that made those choices usually, but I mean, it's just think of another way to be yourself.
There was a whole info sheet talking about what not to do when naming your kids.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw a thing on Instagram a few years ago, and it's all "Welcome to America in 2023." And it was like 12 kids, maybe 6th graders, and their names were all written on the board. It was all Jaden, Braden, Gaden, Layden. You know what I mean? Like, all right, it's time for a new gimmick. The funny thing is, this is a little bit of trivia I thought you'd like. My judge got the idea for the film while he was visiting Disneyland with his family. He saw two mothers with kids in stores fighting and cursing at each other. He thought it would be horrible if humanity was like this in the future, just complete violent chaos and strife and stuff. So that's getting that idea at Disneyland kind of makes sense.
It really makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the cool things, the other just straight cool things about the movie was they used, they had a shit budget, of course.
Yes.
So they didn't use hardly any CGI, except for was it the rehabilitation vehicles. We'll get into those, but but the matte paintings were all super dope.
Yeah,
give you perspective. It was I thought that
it's
was
an incredible art form. It really is.
Yeah,
I assume that Costco was a matte painting.
Yeah, and
with some added CGI for the dust particulates.
Yeah,
but
and looking down into the fucking the 7 mile square fucking Costco like
pretty
that,
crazy.
and then except for when they dropped the cup on the garbage pile for the garbage avalanche that released.
The trivia said that the thing that started the avalanche was a aluminum can, which of course is recyclable.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Which is pretty funny. You were talking about advertising, so this is a thing I didn't know. According to Mike Judge, they proposed using a small startup company that wasn't out in the world yet, because I guess that's what they wanted. But we have these horrible plastic shoes with holes in them. She said we could just really save a lot of money and use these, and no one's ever going to wear them. And they were Crocs.
I know. That fucking gets me every time. Every time my wife walks around those Crocs, I'm all,
bruh,
Idiocracy, baby.
Yeah. I can't do it. Not a fan, but hey, what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ.
So many funny things here. I love that. I think, to the very end, Luke Wilson thinks that Maya Rudolph is a painter,
an artist,
and not a prostitute. Really good stuff.
Her reaction to all that stuff is so funny. Her reaction was like the best when she needed to go help save Joe.
Yeah,
and she says to Frito, she's all, "Can you take me there?" And he's all, "Oh yeah," and he picks her up and carries her. She's like, not there, you fucking moron. When she's the only one that talks to him like they need to be talked to.
So Dax Shepard, Maya Rudolph, and Luke Wilson take off. They drive somewhere and then we'll start walking. And the police attack the car and destroy it. And within seconds, Dax Shepard's character is cheering along with the other idiots that something is being blown up.
It was so funny.
Like, dude, that's your car. They're blowing up your car.
Your fucking car.
So
I think Joe said that. He's all, that's your car.
That's your car.
Don't care.
So good.
Oh, man.
So I have a couple other notes here. Oh, did you see at around 19 minutes, there's a small Surgeon General's warning on the cigarettes billboard ad. And it says, "Warning, the Surgeon General has one lung and a voice box, but he could still kick your sorry ass." It's great.
And every advertisement for something,
it's like, fuck you.
If you don't smoke Tarlingtons, then fuck you. I think that I feel like Ricky Bobby, what was that?
The
Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Because he says, if you don't chew red, or what's the red big? Oh, if you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah, same kind
I
of
totally
deal.
think he stole it from him.
Oh, I think so.
And what was the other one? Carl's Jr. Fuck you, I'm eating.
Yeah, really good stuff.
It's just so goddamn stupid.
It's amazing. Mike Judge, one of the most brilliant comic minds in the modern era for sure. I mean,
for Gen X, he is the guy, right? I mean,
so much good stuff.
So much came, like Beavis and Butthead, Daria.
And if you look at Office Space and this movie, to me the theme is, a kind of normal, sane person looking at the insanity around them and going, what the fuck is happening? Why does nobody else notice this? Office Space, the character's basically doing the same thing. All you people are going to work, slaving at these horrible jobs. Like, do you understand how sick all of this is and just unhealthy?
And they're basically the main characters in both of them are just like, they're functioning on a certain level with everybody else, then something fucking crazy happens.
Right.
And for Joe in this, he gets thrown into the future with a bunch of idiots. And in an Office Space, he gets hypnotized.
Yeah. So he loses all control of his impulses, basically.
Yeah, they forget to wake him up or something. I can't remember what to...
But I mean, obviously, even before he gets hypnotized, he's like, I don't ever want to go to work again. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I did notice, basically, one of these bits in the trivia I liked was when Luke Wilson's being apprehended by the police in Costco, the background screens display why he's wanted.
Yeah.
For being a dick.
For
For escaping from jail, and for fucking up lots of shit. That's the charges against him.
One of my favorite things is how he's got like cop speak.
Yeah.
So fucking down. I of course fucking forgot my notes, but there was like this whole thing where he was like, we're going to process. Oh, sir, we're going to process you as an individual into the prison. Just like, it's way too close to reality.
Yeah.
It's way too close.
We got to talk about Terry Crews too.
Oh,
Hilarious
wait.
as the president.
I got his name because it's so.
Oh yeah, his full name is like 5 words, isn't it?
Yeah, it's come on.
I had it written down too.
Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho.
So great. Terry Crews is so funny.
One of the like when he first gets in there and he's like he's going into a speech.
Yeah,
it's all shit. And saying whatever he's saying, but then they show the teleprompter, and it's
exactly
fucking
what it says. Shit is fucked up.
Shit is fucked up.
Yeah, like you think he's just off the cuff, like kind of blowing the speech, but it's literally written in the speech.
It's written that way.
The presidential RV has the number 28,000, which is the real tail number on Air Force One.
That's fucking awesome.
So that's kind of funny that the presidential RV has the same
that's a good
identity number as the Air Force One. I love that.
So I think that after he appointed him, was it Secretary of the Interior or Secretary of State? I can't remember which one.
I think it might have been Interior.
Yeah. And they're doing the parade down whatever in that giant fucking motorcycle thing. All I could think of is like, that's what Trump wants. He fucking, that is exactly what he wants. He pictures himself as Camacho.
Definitely.
Like the
Camacho's a little smarter though.
Quite a bit.
Possibly, yeah. So
he's got some humility.
It is pretty hilarious that they're watering crops with the essentially what is Gatorade.
Brondo.
Yeah.
It's what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes. What are electrolytes? Do you even know what electrolytes are? It's what the body
plants
needs.
crave.
Yeah, it's what plants crave. So wonderful.
All that circular logic. And then got fucking Stephen Root as the judge that sentenced him. I'm about to commensurate this here. Oh, God. What?
He, of course, who played Milton in Office Space.
Yeah.
That actor, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, but he is so good in everything. He's in Barry.
Stephen Root.
Yeah, Stephen Root. That's right. He's in Seinfeld.
Wait,
he plays the bank manager in
Right.
Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah, when you get $50 if they don't say hello to you. So
he in Office Space, News Radio. That was the first time I remember seeing him.
Great in
He was
News
so
Radio.
good in that.
So funny in that. With our buddy Joe Rogan.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah.
And he was also in I'm gonna blank.
He was in Boardwalk Empire. He was great in that. He was in Barry. Did you see Barry, which is wonderful?
Oh yeah,
HBO?
he was. That's right.
Yeah.
He was in Barry. That was really good.
A consistently funny, great actor.
Dodgeball.
Oh right.
Ill for Love.
Yeah. He's so good. Stephen Root can do no wrong.
Yeah, he really is.
He's one of those guys.
Awesome.
He appears in a movie or show, and you're like, yes, Stephen Root's in this.
Absolutely.
The original, the script title for the movie was originally The United States of America. So
the fucking time machine. Masheen. Oh, God, everything's fucking misspelled.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I hadn't remembered that at all, but it was clearly where it was going. Because you could just tell.
Oh yeah.
There's no way this is a real time machine.
Yeah, that's not a real thing. And Maya Rudolph, she's all. Do you think that Einstein ever looked around and thought everybody was dumb as shit?
A valid question, actually. I mean, maybe not to that extreme, but I mean, think about someone that intelligent. If you're at a party where people are talking to you about the weather and stuff like that, you're probably thinking, this again. So funny. There's actually a Happy Days reference in here too. When Joe's being rehabilitated at the demolition derby.
The rehabilitation.
They're going to hit him. The announcer declares they're going to hit him with a Malachi Crunch. So you're going to like this. This is a direct reference to Happy Days episodes Fonzie Loves Pinky, Part 1 and 2. The Malachi brothers were enemies of Carol Pinky Testudero, a new tough girl in town who faced her in a demolition derby and whose killer move was the Malachi Crunch. So
Susie Quattro.
We've talked about Pinky Testudero.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fuck, that's pretty funny.
Pretty funny stuff. Yeah, I love it. In lieu of listing eye color, IDs just list whether or not you have eyes.
Yes.
Oh my God. What else? What else did you take away from this movie?
I just I really, if I could have spent like a couple weeks actually sitting down and coughing through this, like I could have come up with a total postmodern take on the whole thing, because everything is so like it correlates so much. Like the entire cabinet is a bunch of fucking dumbasses. Like you've got the Secretary of Education, the broad that's fucking Linda McMahon, Secretary of Education now. Oh my God. Like the correlations on all these things are just so it's 1-to-1.
El Presidente Trump just appointed a real housewife as the head of a Holocaust commission. Her only qualification being she's Jewish. And it's like,
you're a Jew, right? Right. That's the. I got a perfect position for
there
you.
are literally like scholars on the Holocaust, right? That he could appoint that would absolutely be appropriate, and he appointed a real housewife.
What an asshole! And he appointed. I just saw this. Janine Pirro, Judge Janine, as was it the DA of DC? I can't. It just happened. It just popped up.
And he appointed her on his cabinet, or
he appointed her. Trump names Fox News host and former judge Janine Pirro as top federal prosecutor in DC.
Interesting.
So going after his political enemies.
Yeah, for a change. Elizabeth Warren was grilling someone yesterday. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, it was pretty amazing. It was a guy who basically said, so when before he was appointed to Trump's cabinet, he was saying things on X like, we need to go after these woke judges, or no, I'm sorry, woke generals.
What the fuck is that? A general?
That's because the Army and the Navy are so liberal.
Hella woke, dude.
But essentially, she just destroyed him.
Of course.
And
I mean, these are not smart people.
She said basically you're advocating dismissing any general that got a promotion during Biden's tenure as if that had anything to do with liberalism or conservatism, right? Those guys earned that on their merit, we assume.
Obviously.
Yes.
I mean, they're not promoting fucking, they're not.
Yeah. So Elizabeth Warren just destroyed them. It was pretty great. So
it doesn't take much, but she is particularly well suited to taking these motherfuckers down.
Definitely. She's always well prepared she's always got the facts on her side, it seems like. So
yeah, she's been prepping for this, and she knows the other side too. I mean, she used to be a Republican.
Hey, we're supposed to be talking about fun things right now.
God damn it.
I blame you.
Fucking sidetracked by assholery.
So obviously Dak was great. Terry Crews was awesome. The guy who plays Michael Bolton was in there too.
Yeah.
He was in the cabinet.
Yeah. He was funny. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Was that everything he'd say?
Yeah. Everything he said would be. He was sponsored. So if he said "brought to you by Carl's Jr.," he got the left.
He got money.
Yeah.
He's all. So why do you keep saying that? He's all because I get more money. You should know that, being the smartest man in the world, dumbass.
It's so good. Maybe we should water our plants rather than feed them with Gatorade.
Brondo.
I do recommend. Do check out Futurama if you like Idiocracy. Futurama has. If there's 50 good jokes in Idiocracy, there's like 3,000 in Futurama.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. Fish out of water, the shock of a new civilization.
And that has, I think we've talked about this elsewhere, but one of the most depressing scenes on television.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah. That's
You're going to cry watching that episode.
That still makes me want to fucking tear up thinking about that
You
whole
just
thing.
Absolutely get guaranteed to cry if you watch that episode.
So depressed.
Yeah, Fry's
so
dog.
Sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
I know. They can do it. They do a good job making you crack up and then go, oh man, this is going to kill me.
And that show in particular, I think, had the highest ratio of PhDs or math.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Degrees. Like
I think they have actual physics in there that's vetted and stuff.
Yeah, no, they're like legit smart people.
Yes. They that's apparently there's a correlation between The Simpsons starting to slide and Futurama starting up, because apparently Futurama rated a lot of the favorite writers.
Oh, really? I
from
didn't
The
know
Simpsons. So The Simpsons has a decline at a certain point, and I think that kind of correlates.
Wouldn't Futurama come out in 99? So that would have been right about the time when they started to suck.
Yep.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Simpsons was fucking gold for 9 seasons.
It's the best. And it's funny because I remember Mary and I were watching it, and one time Marge says, "What the dealio?" And like, why is Marge talking like Bart? This is not... So
right.
The Simpsons comedy always came out of the characters being consistent and everything playing off of that.
Right.
If Marge is using hip lingo, this isn't The Simpsons anymore.
No,
Marge is corny. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
So yeah, Mary, this isn't good. Why did she say that? I don't like that.
Did you ever see like the Tracy Ullman?
Oh yeah,
Tracy Ullman ones.
sure. I saw obviously the Tracy Ullman show, and then
Yeah.
the little weird shorts that they would have
Because those were rough.
made on no budget.
Yeah.
They look awful.
And they're hilarious. And
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, that got them the seasons.
Well, Matt Groening had a good series of books called like Love is Hell, School is Hell. Had you ever read those?
Well, I remember reading those in like the independent newspapers back in the old days.
So I think that preceded The Simpsons, and
Yeah.
we were big fans of those.
Yeah, me too.
Those are really funny.
Because that was all out in like those were 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know if he might still be doing them. Life is Hell.
I don't know, but that's obviously the seeds of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You can see it.
You can
right?
see it,
because
yeah.
the biting satire and hilarious commentary on society is all there.
Yeah.
So. This movie was great, wasn't it?
It was nice.
A real treat.
I didn't have to like study some fucking asshole.
It was not a bummer to watch this movie.
It was not a bummer. And even though it is basically a documentary, maybe something predicting the future more than anything else, maybe not a documentary, but like it really, like it does hit home. And you know, the other thing that you see represented here is the pronatalist bitches.
Oh, that's right. Actually, I thought about Simone and Malcolm
Yeah,
Collins.
and Malcolm Collins
at
yeah.
the beginning because
Yeah.
they had that kind of rich, educated couple that's talking about procreating.
Yeah, well, they show the two family trees.
Yes, that was great. Yeah, the one kind of hick guy is responsible for
Cleavon.
hundreds of children. Yeah, that was really good.
And fucking God, what
Did
happened?
you see how he injures his testicles? He tries to jump a jet ski from a lake into a swimming pool and impaled his crotch on the iron fence by the pool. Yeah. So good stuff.
And he's in the doctor's in there talking about it. He's on the bed. And he's all, "Quit touching my junk."
It's like, dude, he's fixing your junk.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking dumb.
Good. But you know, obviously, Idiocracy is satirizing anti-intellectualism.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
In the last 40 years has been a real thing.
Hitting hard.
You know, the coastal elites. Basically, the idea that you're faggy. Sorry to use that word, but that's what they say in the movie. You're faggy if you use big words.
Dude, there's so much of that going on in there. There's definitely some use of language that is maybe not what would be considered appropriate today.
Sure.
But it's still fucking hilarious.
But I mean, the FAG word. I mean, it's. I mean, the thing is, it's offensive, but that's the point of the movie.
That's how they speak.
That's kind of the point of the movie, is how offensive it is to make fun of somebody for using polysyllabic words.
Well, and didn't that happen when the old dumpster fire got fucking voted in? Some CEO was basically, asked, so what, why are you happy that, well, we can say fag and retard again.
Did he really say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
he literally said that out loud?
I can't remember who it was.
That's pretty crazy.
But yes.
Wow.
That was a statement.
Finally. Like they're fighting for freedom, right? We finally have the freedom to say the stupidest shit we want to
possible.
Say. Thank God someone is standing up for us. Well, it's like Elon Musk when he bought Twitter.
Oh yeah.
I'm into freedom. The freedom to use the N-word.
To be
right?
an asshole.
The freedom to say racial slurs.
The thing is that you're free to be an asshole and say whatever the fuck you want, but there's consequences. Shut the fuck up.
There are consequences.
And I don't know if we've talked about this, but do you remember when he bought Twitter and he carried the sink in?
Did he?
Do you remember that?
No. Like the kitchen sink? Like, is there a metaphor?
I think that there was supposed to be, but I don't know what the fuck it was.
He carried a sink into the building?
He carried a sink into Twitter.
As his grand statement.
He is so weak, physically weak. it was hilarious watching him try to carry that.
But he
thing.
was an alpha male. Don't you remember he told his first wife, I'm the alpha male.
Dude, that's a beta cuck motherfucker right there.
Skinny little arms. You're an alpha male?
Dude, the little, just so weak.
I was actually excited when Zuckerberg and Musk were supposedly going to get in a boxing match because I feel like Zuckerberg would knock him out.
Oh, he'd choke him out because he's a blue belt.
Like they didn't actually have a fight, though, did they?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Leon knew that he'd get choked out. Because fucking, he'd spider monkey him and fucking choke him out.
Yeah.
Just get up on him.
He's a younger man, too, right? I mean,
I think they're pretty much the same age. It's not a whole lot of difference.
Zuckerberg was younger, but...
Yeah, but he trains. Like he actually,
okay.
he trains in jiu-jitsu. So he he's nothing special. He's not going to go hit the octagon or anything.
But he can hold his own.
He could fucking, I would have loved to see him choke him out and then have something fall on his head. And that would have just taken care of so much fucking shit right there. That would just eliminate so many things.
Oh God. Someone posted a tweet today, something like Americans have spoken out about Elon Musk, and we are 100% behind you. And someone commented, and they said, "Well, hopefully one of those people is Luigi Mangione."
Who's the next?
All right, did we solve Idiocracy?
I'm trying to think if we got anything else on
do
there.
Any other notes? Any mental?
There was the Extreme Court. There was the House of Representing.
That's so good. House of Representing. That slideshow with that colonel.
Oh fuck, that was
like
awesome.
They're like, well, okay, we've heard enough about the pimp game.
Yeah,
and he goes through like 20 more. So did you like pause those?
Yeah,
just him partying with the prostitutes and stuff.
So fucking
man,
funny.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else that I can think of. I totally I can't believe I lost my notes twice.
Yeah, Josh took
Such
notes.
A dumbass.
ADD's a problem.
Yeah, fuck.
So,
but I think we got it. And what the end?
Oh yeah, so he's gonna leave, but then of course there is no time machine.
Yeah.
But before he realizes there's no time machine, he agrees to stay and help fix the country.
Yeah, so. And they have 3 kids, and
yes.
Camacho has 30.
Yeah, and he becomes president. Yeah, Luke Wilson becomes president.
Yeah, he becomes president.
Good stuff.
Frito Bendejo becomes something. I can't remember what I think he was the vice president or something like that.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. I said, yeah, I mean, well, Idiocracy has solved it for us, I think.
Yeah, Idiocracy, basically, very telling movie.
Yeah.
Prescient. Very good.
Hell in a handbasket.
Worth watching.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
I love Mike Judge.
It's not the greatest movie, and I think that
no.
What didn't he do one called
Extract?
That was pretty good with Jason
pretty
Bateman.
good.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was it was different for Mike Judge.
Yeah.
But it was. I remember it being funny.
It's funny. Yeah. I think this is probably because he's just done the 3, right?
That sounds about right. King of the Hill.
Well,
I was just thinking of all the things that he's done. But I think you're right. It's just 3 movies.
So I think it's just 3 movies.
But in some Jackass movies. He's in a couple of Jackass movies.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what's funny is I thought at first that the Colonel, Pimp Colonel.
Yeah.
I thought that was him.
Oh, it looked a little bit like him.
It really did, because especially when he does like the manager of what was it?
How much flare do you plan to wear?
Yeah.
The extreme fajitas. Pizza shooters. But he's great. He's like the announcer at the Destruction Derby. That's Mike Judge doing the announcing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Funny guy though.
Because I thought that was what's his name? One of the other secretaries.
I could have screwed up my my trivia. That was one of the bits of trivia that's kind of floating around my head, that he'd done one of the announcing gigs.
I would have figured that he would have cameoed in there somewhere, because that's kind of his bag.
He did that. Playing that manager of that restaurant, it's wonderful. Soul-sucking job that Jennifer Aniston has to work on. I do have a quote before we go, though.
Wait,
you have another thing?
One more thing.
Yeah.
When he becomes president and he gives that whole fucking speech.
Yeah.
And then flips everybody off. It's like the salute.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That was classic. Okay.
Really funny stuff.
That was good stuff.
Yeah. Luke Wilson's good fodder for
he's excellent. Like the perfect character.
He really is.
Because he is like so average.
Yes.
Just in general. And I don't. That's like not an insult, but
No,
like,
but
he is just like
an everyman
a
kind
perfect
of
everyman
who was not high achieving.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty good.
Right.
Oh, real quick, Tarantino, obviously a big fan of New Wave cinema, the French New Wave. Jean-Luc Godard being one of the primary directors of the French New Wave. As soon as you hear this, it does make you think of Tarantino. He says, this is Jean-Luc Godard, said, a story should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
So there's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I mean, like there's so many movies like, Memento, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's totally true. And if some people it drives fucking nuts.
It's funny how when movies just, I remember, Crash, not the good David Cronenberg
Crash,
movie, the shitty
what a pile
commentary
of shit.
on racism, awful movie, one of the worst Oscar Best Picture winners of all time.
There was just an article in The Guardian about that.
Oh, the movie is fucking
It's horrible.
terrible.
I remember when it came out, I'm all, this is fucking crap.
Yeah.
And then it got the fucking awesome, the best picture.
Oh, awful.
What
There's
the fuck?
there's like a scene, something involved with bullets. Like it's implied, and anyone who's intelligent can figure it out. So and so shot so and so, and then they just to make sure you're not a complete moron, they zoom in on the bullets, and it's like, come on, bro, we all figure that out. You know what I mean?
Like that, that fucking movie. I remember watching that with T, right? Back in the day, and we were both looking at each other. Why do people like this? What is about? It was such a pile of crap.
No, not good at all. I did like the carjackers that said it was racist to say that they were carjackers just because they were black, and it turns out they were carjackers.
But they were actually carjackers.
That was a little bit funny.
There was a couple comedic things in there, but
Sure.
we're talking
Awful,
worse than a broken clock kind of thing.
Terrible movie.
Broken clocks right twice a day. This give them like once, maybe once a couple weeks.
Have you watched? There's a good new podcast called The White Cannon. Have you checked it out yet?
No.
So the host is white, but he's a screenwriter, and he has black culture commentators come on to talk about The White Cannon. So they just did Saving Private Ryan, but they'll do kind of classically, let's say 80s, maybe before black people appeared in movies. They'll do The White Cannon. They'll kind of talk about the movie, but they'll also talk about societal, how things have changed in movies and society as a result. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Kind of similar things that we talk about.
Okay. Yeah.
I recommend it. All right, brother. Thanks for coming by.
Well, so first, before we go,
oh, that's right. Next, so we're gonna take a little break.
We're going to take off 2 weeks, and then we're going to come back with old
Season
format.
3, yeah.
Season
So
3.
Season 3.
We're going back to the Manosphere.
Yeah.
Probably be some changes in there, but basically kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. So give us we'll do a little break, a little 3-week break, and then end of May we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back on the, what is it? We record on the Thursday and drop it on Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
So the 30th.
So please stay with us. We're coming back.
We love both of you.
Yeah. We appreciate both of you. All right, brother.
All right, man.
See you in 3 weeks.
Yep, rock on. You have been listening to The Trivial Man. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can either call us at 415-484-8841 or send us an email at thetrivianpod@gmail.com.